Hi, I'm James Gross, and I'm here to talk about creation versus evolution. I'm just going to give you some points if you're ever in a debate with an evolutionist, how to counter some of the arguments that they give you. One big one is that they will say that creationism is completely based on faith, whereas their belief is completely based on facts. Well, in reality, that's not true because everybody has to have some measure of faith, even if you don't want to admit it. A evolutionist will say, well, I find my facts in the fossil records. There has not been a fossil in the fossil records that has shown evolution that has withstood the test of time and been actually written down as a fact in history. We see many species that have small adaptations in the fossil record, but we do not see any that truly support evolution. They see something that is slightly adapting from one thing into another and think, oh, wow, that must be completely changing species, but in reality is very, very small adaptation. Also, they may say, well, we see animals in the Galapagos and other regions of the world that have these large adaptations, and so that must mean they turn from one animal to another. Well, all we see is birds whose beaks have gotten larger or who now can swim very well and don't fly anymore. And in reality, we don't see anything turning from one species into a completely different. We see a bird adapting into a bird. It never changed. We don't see a reptile changing into a bird or a bird changing into a human. One other thing that people may say is that man is the highest of species, but if we look at the horseshoe crab, which has not changed in supposedly millions of years, but everything else has supposedly evolved, why would we be the highest of species if a horseshoe crab never had to evolve? Because if it's survival of the fittest truly, it's either evolve or die out. Why is the horseshoe crab still here if it never had evolved? Those are just a few arguments. I think one of the biggest arguments is the fact of design in the world. There must be a creator who designed us for a purpose, because of the fact that if you go out into the city, you see a building. That building did not just appear out of nothing. It did not appear over millions of years by itself. Someone designed it, someone came out and created it. Just like if you go see a tree, it was designed by what I believe is God, and it did not just develop over millions of years. A car did not develop over millions of years from a tricycle or a bicycle. A car was designed and created by man, and man was designed and created by God. So those are just a few things that I'd like to say, and hopefully that'll help you if you ever have doubts about creation or if you're ever in a debate with someone that believes in evolution. Thank you.